And 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody, and welcome to 3 Points of Light. I am your host, one of your hosts. My name is Darlene, aka Mama D, and another one of your hosts is Jennifer's Journey. Say hey, Jennifer.
Hello, everybody.
And we have a third host who is MIA at the moment, who knows where he is. Well, he's in Australia, so he's probably all snuggled up underneath the covers, sleeping and snoring to beat all heck. Anyway, tonight's show, we don't have a guest. We have a chat room full of guests. Tonight is going to be a conversation and an information and ideas and just getting stuff out there.
Just a bunch of BS, folks. We're going to keep it real.
Yeah.
We're just BSing. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
They'll go from one thing to another.
It's been one hell of a crazy week, and we're just flowing with it for as long as we can. I shit you not. I shit you not.
You better not be.
Okay, with that said.
No, just that you just read my so-called mind. Okay. Let's get the fancy out of the way. Next week's show is the psychic lawyer, Mark Anthony. Not Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband, and not the guy from back in the day with Cleopatra. Okay? I'm just making sure people get that straight because I've commented on that. So Mark Anthony, the psychic lawyer, will be here next weekend. So when I advertise that show, I want everybody to share it. Very good guest. He's going to be doing readings, aside from just chit-chatting with the rest of us. And he's the last show I heard him on. Very amazing young man. Okay, everybody's young compared to me, even though...
Right, he's not that young now.
He could be an old fart, like Brian, but Brian's not here to defend himself, so, what the heck. And there's nobody
not as old as dirt. He just ain't that young either. Just keep it real.
That's true.
Pay no attention to the lady's voice behind the curtain.
Yeah, pay attention to it. She's a good girl. Most of the times. Okay. So, Jennifer, how was your week? How was your week?
Crazy as hell, man. Crazy as hell. I'm hurting. I'm in some pain. This damn rain won't stop. And, I'm trying to be so positive that nobody wants to be around my happy little ass. And,
you're farting sunshine and rainbow?
Yeah. I'm, telling it like it is. So I know I've pissed a few people off, but it felt good as hell. And, I'm just trying to flow with it and enjoy the crazy as it comes. So how about you? How's your week been?
From what day to what day? It's been a wild week. Oh, look, there's our late guest, co-host.
Brian.
Should we really let him in? Should we just let him log on and kick his ass out right then and there? Still doesn't have his headphones on.
Be nice today. No, be nice today.
Fine, I will be. Ish.
Yeah.
No, it's been a crazy week. We're dealing with a new manager at work, so people are sort of afraid because they've heard rumors about how she is, and I said, can we all give the woman a chance? We've had the same person for 10 years. So people get pretty comfortable sometimes, and things get shaken up and put out of place, whether it's at your job or in life. It gets a little scary for some, and I'm just like, gonna give her the name. She's not. She's nice, actually. I like her. She's getting things done that need to get done, and she's shaking up the things that needed to be shook up. So
right, leadership skills. I like it in her.
That's why she's the manager, and I'm just a cashier. Oh, Brian.
You could manage too.
No. I don't want to be a manager. Thank you very much. As I continuously remind people, I don't get headaches, I give headaches. Just be the one there. Yeah. Yes, we could put her name as a Terminator. I call her the Young Franz. But other than that, it's been an okay-ish week. It's just been, it seems like a settling down of energies, but yet as soon as you settle, it's like, crap, what was that? So, yeah.
Yeah, here too.
Hey, look, Brian left, and I did not kick him out the house, I swear. I didn't touch my house.
Have you noticed who else has been really, tired? I hear so many people.
I know, eh?
Everybody calls me and tells me how tired they are, the energies. But, it is a lot of sensitive people. Well, I don't talk to anybody unless they're sensitive anymore. But, a lot of the sensitive peeps and people waking up, telling me, oh, I've been so tired and this crazy's happening, that crazy's happening. I just love it. But
well, I was so tired I fell asleep during a meditation last night, and around about 9:30-ish, 10 o'clock, and I was supposed to have a Skype conversation with my Reiki master, and I slept right through it.
Yeah, I've been doing that too.
But I slept till 6 o'clock this morning when somebody made a mistake and called me at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I've had that happen too.
Really?
And then have the nerve to say good morning. Good morning, really? I just fell asleep. I was having a good old dream, and you wake me up with good morning. Shit, what time is it?
It's 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I should be able to sleep in. But no, somebody decided to make a mistake and make a call. And then somebody asked when I was going to have my rant today on Facebook, and this morning I didn't have the chance to have a rant. I wasn't in the mood to rant. And then something ticked me off, and I went on a Facebook Live and I ranted, and people thought it was funny. This is not a rant-free zone. I can rant if I want. Remember, my name's on the list of hostesses.
And really, it is good to rant,
It
like
is.
I said, I've tried to be so positive that it's sickening lately. But, making some other people sick too. But, finally the other day I had enough. I'm like, enough of this. Enough. Welcome, John. But, I'm human. We're all human. And
yes.
We have to, release.
Welcome, John. Thank you for coming.
Release. Hello, John.
John will be joining
us. Nice to have you.
Don't have my book, but I believe... hang on a second. John, when are you joining us? Wait a minute. Are you joining us here or not? Yes. John will be joining us as a guest in May. So he's coming to check us out. So everybody, embarrass the heck out of yourselves.
Right. Of all days, we are not behaving.
Yes. Brian's trying to get back in. Okay, John, fair warning. The only person I ever kick out of this chat room is my co-host, Brian-Clover. I think I warned you about that. If I didn't, don't worry. I don't bite everybody, just certain people.
Eric, what are you trying to say?
We are very professional.
Warn him. Yeah, we just got to have some fun, man. We just,
Yes, this is just for those people who are just joining us, John. And Brian's come and gone again. He's having a hard time getting in. But this is a conversation night. This is the night of BS. Everybody can rant about whatever they want to. If they have some ideas of what and who you'd like to see on the show, or what you want to discuss on the show, now's the time to spill it, because this old woman is like just losing ideas. And Leo, don't giggle when I said that. I saw Leo smile.
Hello, Miss Bellini.
Felinis
This
are
show is
Felinis.
just for the mentally challenged. Hey, ha ha,
Yeah.
I'll take that too.
Bonjour
I'll
Felinis, ça
take
va?
that too.
But
I have been feeling
no,
mentally challenged this week.
we're
You
not
know,
talking about that now.
I have felt very mentally challenged this week.
Yeah, this has been a bizarre week. So, like,
Yeah.
anybody, Leo, since you're mic'd up and you're cammed up, how was your week?
What day did I?
Today is Sunday.
No, I was trying to think of a different. I think it was earlier this week. My doctor's office had actually called earlier this week. I think, or maybe it was last week, late last week, one of the two. Anyway, and my surgery was supposed to be in 2 days, and now it's on May 30th.
Oh, wow.
Talk about postponing it. Okay, give me the doctor's name and number, and I'll call him custom out for you. I'll do my mama thing.
Like, I was only after I was told that I needed to reschedule, I was only like half listening to the person on the phone at that point. So I was just like, WTF? Like, I had plans for this summer that I can't do anymore, and but but they just said something about the doctor leaving for 4 to 6 weeks.
Excuse me, my surgery was planned. You can't go anywhere, you goody bird.
Well, now, hey, like
He's a Canadian doctor.
said, all things happen for a reason. Maybe that doctor needs a vacation before he does the surgery. Let's just look at it that way. It'll happen, and you know what? The best of luck to you, Leo. Everything is gonna work out fine for you. I do feel your frustration, because I know when you're looking forward to getting something over with, and but let's, look at this as a blessing in disguise. And, it'll all come out in the end. Just fine, just fine. And that's no bullshit.
Brian's back in, and he's trying to get in. No, we know you're going to be fine. We won't have it any other way. When it's scheduled again. What did you say it was? 30th of May?
May 30th.
Come on. As it gets closer, if they decide to reschedule it, let me know. Because we will send energy and healing and all the good stuff to the surgical team in the hospital. And you too. Because we like having you here. Okay, it's a personal thing. I like having you here. I've known you a long time. No, it was a really fun way I got to know you.
Oh, yeah.
How you spell surgery? Oh, my brain just went blank.
S-U-R.
Thank you, Mother.
E-R-Y.
Thank you, Mother. Okay. This is hysterical. Brian still got no sound. Maybe if he turned on and plugged in the mic. Gotta push the right button. Yeah, I know. I don't talk to Brian if he can't hear me. But see, this what I could say. Everybody could tell him I was talking real nice about him. Oh, gosh.
Because
Turn your camera on, Brian.
I'd actually wanted to go biking from where I am down to Banff through the Rockies.
Oh, that'd be nice. Well, nothing's working. Your diapers? Oh, well. And I can talk at the same time. When you go do that, you need to definitely bring a camera.
Well, I mean, I can't go do it now because my surgery's so late, but...
Get one of those rickshaws. Have somebody pull you through the rocks, to be totally honest. Oh, wait. Brian's gone again. I thought his mic was working because everybody's full of mics. Well, you just have to reschedule your plans. you know what? Biking through the Rockies in the fall is going to be awesomely pretty. Just imagine those colors. Just got to get up just a little bit warmer, just in case it gets a little nippy.
And to answer Becca, it's actually chest surgery.
Thank you. Somebody was paying attention to the chat.
I was paying attention. I was reading. I just was not going to be rude and start talking above the other host.
So
that
Eric can say that we were
right.
non-professional.
Right. I didn't want Eric. Do you have any other reason to talk about me today?
Does Eric really need a reason?
No.
No. Exactly.
I didn't want to give him any.
No, bitch.
Just messing with you, Eric. Just messing with you. Yeah, what is this with everybody getting calls during our show? I mean, hey.
Did you not tell people that we were on? Hello? I'm on. Don't be calling me. I'm in the 3 points of light room.
Just messing with you. Don't you just hate that when somebody calls you from the same damn house that they're sitting in? That just makes me sick.
Well, okay, wait, hang on a second. Can't say that because Nell and her husband used to Skype with each other from separate rooms in the house. Instead of getting up off their tuchuses and walking going, honey, I'm making a coffee, you want a coffee? Or I'm making a Timmy run, you want Tim? No, they would Skype. Hello, Stevie?
I used to get phone calls from the next room, and it's like, are you kidding me? Are you got to be kidding?
What happened to just yelling across the house?
That's what I do.
Right,
When my son doesn't hear, and his room's downstairs, I stomp on the floor. My son looks at me like, what the hell's wrong with you? Morse code. It just means get the hell up here. Anyway.
So anybody else got anything to say, or are you guys just going to listen to us rant and rave and talk a bunch of...
Well, Scott, I'm going to unmute you.
And held up.
Scott's unmuted.
Was pressed and played.
Oh, and he's watching TV.
TV. Okay, come on, Scott. Let everybody hear that voice of yours.
Performed really well. So I don't know whether or not to go or stay.
I can't hear you over the TV.
Mr. Stevenson.
Oh, too funny.
I'm hearing you back again.
Oh, he can't hear us.
You can hear us, but I unmuted your your microphone so that you could actually talk. But no, what do we get? We get the TV. Jeez. Wanted everyone to hear that sexy voice of yours, that Scottish, that ever so adorable Scottish accent. No, he's going to keep it to himself and his wife. It's okay, fine.
All right, well, we're going to, on a serious note,
Yes.
Eric had mentioned, and I already told him it's a done deal, we're going to have a reading night one night, and everybody's going to get a turn at reading one another, you know, like one of those Are You My Psychic nights.
Eric was explaining that to me. It's what's it called? An open circle?
Yeah, we'll call it open circle. Psychic night, whatever
Actually,
you want to call it.
Yes. We can have an open circle. I've never been to one. I actually don't know if there is one here, but probably. I just, with my luck, it'll be in French. So, But it's where everybody will, they can cam up, you can mic up, when you want. Everybody knows that in the bottom corner. Yes, I got to see Eric's church tonight, where he does sometimes does the platform work, and so yeah, that was interesting. He asked permission, and they allowed it. He probably said, "Some poor crazy woman from Canada wants to see what a church looks like." No, it's just a UK church. I've never been one. Never been to a spiritual church. It'll be when they actually let me be in there on a Facebook Live or even a Skype call so I can watch the whole thing. That would be totally interesting. But we couldn't get there, so that's why we had Eric do the church, the service here one night. So we'll have him back again soon, hopefully, to do one. And we will have Eric and Michael. The end of this month, I believe we have you guys. March.
Yes.
April. Yeah. At the end of April, we will have Eric and Michael here to do, they'll be talking about their grandmothers. Two very awesome ladies, Jean Duncan and Nellie Morley. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Very great mediums in their time, and they did the stuff with that you very rarely see mediums doing nowadays. So, and John, hopefully if you're around, you can get to come into the chat room then as well. It'd be interesting to see if you know any of American, because I know the
Awesome.
UK is a huge country, but you never know. You guys could have run into each other at some point in time. If not, you're running into each other here in my chat room. So, and Brian's trying to get in here again. I make a face at Brian. I wonder if you can see me. Brian, this one's for you. Jackie, I love my grandmothers.
Oh,
Mine
Jackie.
were not mediums, but
Jackie.
we're both janitors. Hey, Jackie.
Everybody wasn't meant to be a medium.
Nope.
And everybody wasn't meant to be a school janitor.
I'm a 1X.
Everybody's got a job to do, and what would we do without them?
Yes. What else would we do? Someone's got to clean up after those teachers. All right. So, is anybody, Leo, since you're the only one mic'd up, besides Jennifer and I, is there something that you would like to have us do a show on? And trust me, if there's a guest out there, I will hunt them down. Okay, Brian.
Do that, Brian.
We're going to be here for a little while. Something that you would like to learn about, hear about, you've got questions about, besides how to get cat fur off of you?
Very fluffy.
Yeah, and nothing way too out there. Like, don't ask us to get, an astronaut or,
Well, you never know. If there's one on Facebook, tell me who it is, and I will ask them. Ask John. I just messaged him going, yeah, hey, come chat. I'm not afraid. So, is there anything you want to learn about? In the metaphysical sense or the open-minded sense? Where's John from? John, where are you from, dear? Keep thinking there, Leo. I just put Leo on the spot. John says he's in Warwickshire.
Yes.
Shire.
Warwickshire, UK. Awesome.
He's got a lovely accent, too. Eric's up in Geordieland.
See, Eric knows. He's in a chat room. He could have directly asked John himself.
I know, question. But I have to do this out loud.
I'm just messing with Eric. He messes with me.
Man? What the heck is a wee why man? I guess I'll eventually learn what the heck a wee why man is.
I don't understand that either.
It's British humor.
Oh, well, I figured that.
Us Americans and Canadians, we're not meant to get that. Oh, I think yours just...
Yeah, we're looking for some new topics. We're looking, something that, might intrigue you. I mean, if not, and if you don't suggest stuff, we just might come up with some of our crazy old stuff anyway.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had Rick Simpson. It's not spiritual, but it can help.
Oh, I love Rick Simpson.
I'm looking into getting somebody to talk about herbs, but I have to find just the right person, and not those type of herbs, okay, people? Herbs? No, not herbs. Herbs.
Not, yeah, you don't say herbs. Herbs. Everybody says herbs.
Okay, the natural herbs, the natural products that people eat.
You're right. Not talking about smoking. We're talking about eating.
we already had Rick Simpson on about the smoking herbs.
Right, there you go, Scott.
Okay, Scott, stop. Pops? No, those are the drinkable ones, Christy. Did I just get schooled by
Yes.
Mr. Glynn about my
Yeah.
English? That's okay, fine. Just wait.
See, I couldn't eat no cattail. She says, Nell says she means like a cattail. You can use the whole thing, even eat the root. That I don't think I could do.
Actually, from a survival standpoint,
Oh.
The top of the cattail, especially when it's white and fluffy, is really good for using as a base for a fire starter.
Oh.
The bottom portion
cool.
of the cattail, like the first couple inches, peel off the first couple layers, cut it up, and it actually kind of tastes similar to a mild onion.
Get out!
I hope there never comes a day where I got to start a fire at the same time that I get stuck eating nothing but an onion, okay? I'm just keeping that real, all right? But thank you. That's very nice to know just in case.
Jackie,
Me too, Jackie. Me too.
Eric said his cat's looking at him like, cattail? No.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. Jackie's too picky even eater. Well, it's like, would you rather eat grubs, ants, and okay, forget it. We're gonna go there. But yes, I'm trying to find somebody who will tell us about the herbs and their healing potential. So if anybody knows anybody that they've heard of and it's thinks an interesting person, just private message me.
Me neither, Jackie. Me neither. I have a weak stomach, man.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is silly night as well. Just message me their names and no, I don't like fish.
Hey,
it's
Jeff.
in a can, chicken to the sea, maybe. Who?
Jeff.
Yeah. I see a guess.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Okay. Well, you should put your name in there, Jeff Lonergan, I'm sure. So, that means that we possibly could see Raven coming along. Because for some reason, those two are always together. Earthworms are good. Boiled in a can.
No, he never would I be able to. Oh, there's Brian.
Oh, look, Raven. Okay, here we go. Hey, Brian, I just unmuted you.
Good morning, all. How are you?
Hey.
Long enough.
Oh, gosh.
What's the trouble? My camera's still not working, but...
That's all right. Just stay where you're at. You're good. You're good.
We're not gonna push it now, okay? We got your voice.
We're just BSing, Brian. Just smacking the stuff.
Yes.
That's all.
Got it.
That's all we can hang today.
No,
Good
his
morning.
camera's on.
Oh, there he is, all in yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, yellow.
Oh, yeah, you're all yellow.
He's in the yellow submarine.
But that's cool. Don't adjust nothing. Don't touch anything.
Touch nothing.
Just stay here like this all day.
Eric called Brian old yellow.
Oh, yellow. Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's never mind. Good morning, Eric. How are you?
We've got a pretty good house there today. We got Scott. We've got Kathy, Native Earth Lady Nell. We got Leo. We got John Sabin, who will be a guest of ours in May. We've got the ever picky eater Jackie. We have a guest who is Jeff Lonergan. We have Fellini, and we have Mr. Glenn, and I'm sure Teddy is around with him. Miss Christy, you, Jennifer, and me. So we got a pretty good house tonight. So tonight our conversation, because you missed most of everything earlier, is about coming up with new ideas for the show. Anybody has rants and raves they want to get it off their chest, now's the time to do it. And we're also going to do an open circle where we're going to have a show where anybody in the chat room can read anybody in the chat room so long as you give your permission and your blessings. So, Brian, do you have anything that you would like to say to add to this?
Not just at the moment. I'm a bit frizzled this morning. I had a really late night last night and got up late this morning.
Got
to stop partying.
Shame on you, Jeff. Shame.
Yeah. I'm
We're allowed to do it now and again.
I'm going to call Raven. Never mind. I'll tell Mister. He's got that sexy voice. There you go. It's something to get off my chest. It's an old plaster to say. Oh, good Lord. As we can see, this is not. Okay, this is. All right, enough with the chestal areas, okay? Right. People, enough.
Spring is here. Who is doing their spiritual spring cleaning?
Yeah.
I am.
And how do you do it? I was told today that one of the ways to clean your house is with lemon, citrus. Do your windows, your mirrors, your doors, your door handles, your banisters, everything that is touched. And the floors too. And then you put the salt on the door frame and on the windows or inside. I said if my cats and dog don't eat the salt, it might last, but not long. Cat's gonna kick your butt if you use a power washer inside the house.
Well, that's why I said I'm trying to keep it so positive too. I'm trying to cleanse myself too. Spiritual cleanse this also, along with the house and the surroundings. As soon as it gets nice out and it stops all this damn rain, I'm going to go sprinkle that salt all around the place and across the thresholds and get out in the yard and do my rituals, maybe hang a broom out there on a tree, and I'll be all good all summer.
Well, if I did that outside, my neighbors across the street would have a hissy fit.
Yeah, well,
sometimes. I have this giant bush in front of my house. I'm tempted to put 2 giant styrofoam balls and make like eyes in them and have it staring at their house. I'm sorry. They call the city and the inspectors for no reason at all. So I'm just trying to be, without being mean, just be mean. And then every so often move the eyes so they look cross-eyed. And all right. So does anybody have any ritual cleanings for spring? Ritual cleansings for spring? Come on, we haven't heard from our guest, Jeff Lana Reagan. And John, please join in. And Jackie? Oh, and quiet. See, this is the thing. Everybody is so quiet, and then I just got to keep on chatting. Your chat's gone? No, your chat's there, darling.
Right, you're right there.
You're still talking to us. You can actually mic up if you'd like to, John. It's good too. Eric, I'm afraid to ask, but if you want to mic up, Scott's mic'd up. But every time I unmute him, all I'm hearing is TV. John lost his voice box. Whoop! John's gone. We lost John.
He's going to log back in.
Who scared him?
You.
I did not.
Scott won't talk to us. Nobody wants to talk to us. I wonder why. I think you're scared.
Shy, my fanny.
Right, shy.
Okay.
I mean, cleaned him out. I scare you? Oh no. You're just joking. Christy, you ain't shy.
Christy,
That's
shy?
not a good thing to say to a Brit.
She's shy to a point.
She says she's shy to a point. Yeah, whatever.
Asses. What the heck? Hi-di-di-di-di-di. John's back. And how's your chat, John? I know your mic's back. Okay, wait a minute. What did you say that I missed?
Shh. Who can remember back that far?
Okay.
And I'm not joking.
Oh, God. What did she say, Squat?
Fanny.
Okay, what does Fanny mean in Brit? Fanny's tush, bum, ass.
Yeah, Fanny's ass here. Don't ask. No.
Definitely
And that's
don't
in
ask.
caps, too. That's in caps. Ooh, no. Oh, Jackie. Oh! Oh, my
Exactly.
goodness. For real? Oh! Shame.
And our Scott, behave.
Ah! Oh, goodness. I never knew that.
You know what?
Wow.
That would be another interesting.
Brian, you knew that and you didn't say a damn thing?
Oh no, I'm shy as well. I try to keep away in the corner and say
Well,
now,
you
you know.
could PM me.
Okay,
Oh, my
there
goodness.
are so many words in we'll say the Canadian American English language that
Right.
is not the same thing in the UK English language, British English language, because I've learned that, hey, suspenders for me go here. And if I remember correctly, suspenders are garters. But
From
garters
now
are
on, I will only say ass. I kid you not.
yes, suspenders are lingerie. Jeff, please.
There are quite a few words actually that do tend to rev people up. So being a typically British pom, you know, I try to stay out of all this. You know, Eric will tell you he's in with the old crowd.
Scott just called you a wuss. John, is your chat back? Ooh. Yay!
Oh, yeah, you got it back.
All right, so you can join in on this because you are also from the UK. Is there any words? Okay, wait a minute. The word that I learned that we shouldn't be using is bollocks. Now, I just thought that meant BS, but I found it's not BS. It's other things.
Better known in the world as scrotum.
There you go. See?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it just meant BS. It's all bollocks. I did there. See, I just thought it meant it was BS. You know? But it's not. It's what some women need to grow a pair of when they have to deal with some people.
Exactly. But everybody uses it in a different context. So I just tend to look around it. You know, it's just another word.
Wait, let's all just speak Canadian or American. Because your hosts, that's what we are. Well, the 2 out of 3 hosts are. So we outweigh, in more ways than one, we outweigh Brian. Hell, I outweigh Brian and Jennifer. That's okay. I'm a little chunky, but I'm good. Oh yeah, don't smoke a fag. I thought that was hysterical the first time I heard that one. A cigarette is not a fag in the UK. And if you're going to go smoke a fag, you better be a guy. No, in the UK, a fag is a cigarette. Here, it's not. So if somebody says, life is crazy. I swear to God, why can't everybody just have simple English, simple Canadian? Hey, or American. Well, Canadian and American are pretty much the same. They say A in the beginning, we say A at the end. We did not mess it up. It just got lost in translation, crossing over the We're crossing over the Atlantic or the Pacific or the whatever, the pond.
You can imagine what it was like when I first got together with Pauline, because Pauline came from northern England. It's on the border of Scotland and England. And they even called a cigarette a tab. So someone came up and says, "Hey, want a tab?" And I looked at them and thought, what the hell is this guy going on about? It's
Tab
quite...
is the thing on top with soda can.
That's it. It's also that, many other things, but it's what, different parts of the country have got used to. And I'm afraid being a sort of multicultural society now, we have to bend and weave. Let's put it that way.
Hey, Gemini Moon. Thank you for coming.
I'm still in shock about Fanny.
Don't say it. That's a cuss word. We're going to have to put that on Jenny's list of swear words. No Fanny.
Conjures up so many thoughts, believe me.
Okay. All right. Enough with the English language, whether we murdered it, tortured it, or not. Some people, somebody. You can say, Nell, you're allowed to say that you were married to a limey. Okay. Up here, a friend is a Mara.
Mara, yeah.
Mara, okay.
They come over here. They come. Good day, Mara. How are you? And I'm, same thing again. You look at me in wonder and think, I missed out on something here.
Please give me a dictionary with the translation.
Now, Geordies have got their own language. This is it. It's totally different to sort of cross between. Well, they were a very, very isolated community in England, and they would literally have their own language. It's.
They tend to speak a lot of.
Come on, mate. I know you're not really English up there in northern England, but you've got to have some decorum, mate.
Strangers wander around looking for small green vegetables. Uh-huh.
Actually, our Eric comes from exactly the same town as my wife lived in. In fact, she was born there in Geordie Land, and Eric knows all of it.
Okay. Well, I get little snippets of words here and there, so it's interesting. But okay. Theo, have you come up with something you want us to discuss in the future? Okay, I'm going to put you back in the corner now until you figure this out. You came on camera and you put on your mic, so that means you got to get used to this. I'll pull you up in the front of the classroom and go, tell everybody.
Oh, now I want to know about that one. What's with the don't mention hanging monkeys?
What? When it comes to the northeast of England, don't mention hanging monkeys? And then he snickers. Oh, good Lord. I'm afraid.
So, now I'm curious.
Well, Pauline's still in bed, otherwise I'd ask her, but I doubt she'd know because she was terribly,
Okay. Okay,
well,
then.
Tell.
Come on, tell. Am I going to blush again? I'm gonna make myself a friend who's a Geordie who's not as shy and threatening to kill me. Thank you, Nell.
Tell you one thing, talking about
okay, what is it then?
All things different. Okay, now I've been, as you know, I'm a telepath, and I've been desperately trying to connect with other telepaths who do similar things. And somebody over there in the US of A came up and they said, well, really, telepathy is only deep intuition. Because if you really, really think about it, honestly, Jen, it's a matter of really going into yourself, and then you actually pick up on what other people are thinking and saying and everything else. I mean, I've not been able to define it, because until you've got someone that you can talk to which does exactly the same thing, you can't tell where they're coming from. And it's, what can you say? It's a lonely place. You know, I often feel as though I'm just sort of a misfit that doesn't, slip into these things easily. Breaking away from the subject, Eric. No, but honestly, it's very strange. I mean, somebody can walk into the room, and I have done, and actually be able to tell them what their work is, what all the rest of the rubbish. And you think, well, the reason for it is that you are so deep inside yourself that you can pick up on their every thought. I mean, you don't go around broadcasting it. It's not one of those things that, you really want to let everybody get into. As I say, intuition to me is one of the most important things. I've done transcendental meditation, which takes you down really, really deep. You cannot feel your body. It's as though you're just floating around a room. Now, to be able to bring that condition in at any time, I think is something that we have to learn to do. Also, of course, your own insecurity pops in as well, and you think, no, that can't be. And that somebody else's thoughts on this thing. Intuition to me is, I did it, actually. Brain did, yeah. Thanks, mate. Need that. No, intuition is to me, everyone seems to think you've got these different attributes that people can do, psychometry, you can do, telepathy, you can do. But to me, intuition is that a wide band that goes right across your forehead, and you can pick on any one of the doors across there to be able to enter and go into. Or I've found 3 of mine. Many other people have got tons more than I've got. They can pick on all these different things to do. But until you meet up with other people who have got the same doors in their intuition, you can't tell whether you're right or wrong, whether you're just thinking up these things. It's really, really weird. But I like other people's ideas on it, to be honest.
Well, I think that might be one of the things that we can look into. I can look into seeing who out there has done telepathy or does mind reading or something along those lines, and we can have them on as a guest, and we can have that as a discussion. Yeah, because right now you're the only person that I know that gets into
I'm the only person that I know. I've actually tried to join some of these telepathy clubs, but well, all of them, I don't think I've got a reply from any of them. So
okay, well, really, let me see what I can do.
I would do Eric, but he only speaks Russian.
Uri Geller, I've heard that name before. Hang on, we're going to bring Eric Glynn on. He's mic'd up. So hey, Eric.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I didn't realise that I was still on mic. I was going to tell you about the story about the monkey, but Jeff got in and did it.
Good. But does that mean that where did the ship come up? I know there was a French ship on the north of England.
Yeah, that's right. It came over a town called Hartlepool, and it was back when people didn't really know, and they were a bit thick here in England, a long time before we sent all the thick people out to make America.
And Australia, right?
Yeah, and Australia. Well, we charge you and then kick you off down there because you pick spoons. But no, it was they found the body of a monkey, and the monkey had fallen off came up with a French ship when they used to dress all the dress the monkeys up in the same as the captors
Okay,
and everything
right.
else. So it had a little uniform on. So of course they all thought that it was a French spy. So they took it and they hung it in the square in Hartlepool. And for evermore around here, Hartlepool, they are known as monkey hangers. So that's where it came from.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's
And that's actually a true story, and it's not just me making it up. It's actually
because if it is, you and Jeff are in cahoots, and Scott,
and different countries.
there you
But
go.
yes, but I'd just like to say something that Brian was talking about, it being intuition and telepathy, and I was talking with Polly, and she reckons that Brian's telepathetic.
Behave.
Yes, I know, Brian. You just like to hang your finger for sticking up for you.
Have you heard the common expression, go forth and multiply?
Most definitely, but in the short version.
That's it.
Okay, children, behave. Goodness gracious.
I'll tell you what, I've had many, many, many long conversations with Eric, on Skype, and he is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. We can interrupt each other with respect all of the time, and it is beautiful stuff. I love it. Thank you, Eric.
Not a problem. Are you sure you were talking about me?
Yes.
Because you said nice things there. I was getting a bit worried.
I just give him a swelled head now, Brian.
No, not at all.
Who was that? I didn't see that. I didn't hear that. Okay. Telepathy, meditation. Anybody else have any? I heard that. Anybody else have any ideas for? Aliens. That'd be an interesting one. Jennifer, what do you think about having somebody talk about aliens?
I got one.
An alien abduction.
You've got an alien.
Yeah, no, he's sitting at the bottom of the garden. No, I've got a topic for you, Joe.
Okay.
Are angels real? First question. Second question. If so, how can so many people have Archangel Michael as their guide?
Oh. I'm not even going to go down the angel track, mate. I've had this argument with so many people. Everyone's got, Jesus is my guide, and I just sit there and shake my head and think, oh.
But it's like, okay.
I didn't. I just asked the question.
We're gonna bring this up. I posted on my Facebook last week about how some people can, and I couldn't understand it, but I've had a little help since then. So why is it when some people say, like Eric has Teddy, and other people have their guides, and whether it be an angel or a Teddy or an animal, why is it sometimes so difficult for people to understand that some people call their guides or where they're getting their messages from God or Jesus? Now, I've come to learn that why people have that problem, and I was just being because to me, Teddy's going to get a big head with this one. Everybody could call their other person that they listen to, their divine, their universe. They could call Eric could call Teddy God or Jesus. It's just that. No, I know. I'm just using Teddy as an example. Like I said, Teddy's not a god. He's special, but he's not a god. Why is it so difficult for people to understand that, somebody might have heard their message from what they consider it to be God or to be Jesus? And somebody put it to me very, very simply. And it's like when you get a message from, when you get a message from your MP. It's easy to understand, and in our place would be your mayor or whatever. It's easy to understand. Say, oh, yeah, okay, the mayor sent you a message. But if, somebody says, I got a message from the Queen, or I got a message from my Prime Minister or the President, it's a little more difficult, to believe. You have to have more proof than just their word. So I get it now, but yeah. So are angels real? So we want to have a topic discussion on angels.
Got another one that links into that as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lordy. Go ahead. I'm taking notes here.
Yeah, ask us these questions. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, are angels real? If so, how come 95,000 million people all have Archangel Michael as their guide? And then, how could he possibly do that at the same time? And then, the third question, right, which was really good until I started recounting them two, and I'm forgetting it now. It was, yeah, exactly. It was, oh yes. In growing up, when you had to have a guide as a medium, and Brian will probably remember this, and you had to have a guide, and when they asked you who your guide was, you better be prepared to say it's somebody like the Dalai Lama, or Running Bear, or what do you call him with a nappy on, Gandhi. You know what I mean? It's when you had to be prepared to have somebody really famous. And then I came along, and it just seems to me, just very, very subtle, that I came along and said, oh, I've got Teddy. And then all of a sudden, everywhere I go, people have got, like, Andys and Freds and
That's Andy Pandy, I presume.
Yeah, Andy Pandy, of course, but I didn't say anything about Muppet the Mule. But it's and they've got all these guides that like correspond with Teddy, and I kept thinking, yeah, Scott, it is, but only in Hartlepool. Brian spat his tea out his nose. I've seen that. Yeah, but the thing is, though, that it's how come everybody's got ordinary guides now? Did I start a craze? Did Teddy start a craze? Or has everybody had ordinary guides all the time, but used to call them something different because that's what they thought they were supposed to be called?
I think that the difference being is that people have just began to realise that the guides are there. It's just to how to really accept them. They don't normally, to me, my guides do not ever give me a name. It's always been a matter. They don't need to, no. They just come up, I get comes into my mind. That's it, that's my guide. I know it is. And you go on from there. I've never been able to find a name.
For the longest time, no, you don't need to know the name of your guide. Huh. But everybody expected you to.
Oh,
so the thing is that,
well, I'm very happy to say I never, I have not been doing this as long as you have, old goat. I'm only joking, Eric. Had to
see, Brian took that
but
listen,
I never said,
I'm allowed to.
No, I never said I'm channeling Jesus and I got my Archangel Michael and Metatron up in here with me, and I always felt it was my loved ones giving me the messages to bring through and making everybody think that I was just crazy.
Jen, that is perfect, love.
Yeah, I never. And then, I'd have people, I'd start seeing these crazy things and, and I do. I believe in angels. And yes, I have seen them. I mean, hey, and you know what? But, I never, I'm channeling Jesus up in here and, I got this archangel, even when people would say, oh, well, that was Mother Mary with you. Yeah, I'd be, okay, but no, I never said I was channeling God or Jesus or,
But if somebody says that
I always had spirit guides.
If somebody says to you,
I'm going to be real.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these people out here channeling Jesus and all the Metatrons and Archangel Michaels and, Prince came to them and, some of this shit, no, I don't believe everybody. You got a lot of charlatans out there. You got a lot of,
Never.
I think it's just that they need a crutch, and that crutch, allows them then to go on. I've never. I mean, okay, I've had lots of spirits that have come to me, and I mean, one time I told people that I was using a grindstone in a factory all by myself. I'd lock the door, make sure no one was there, and all of a sudden, I got 3 taps on the shoulder, and I literally spun round to see who it was, because knowing this huge, great factory was empty, and the grindstone exploded and went over my right shoulder. Who tapped me on the shoulder? That was my first real. I don't know who it was. I've thanked them every day ever since, because otherwise I'd have worn that grindstone right in the face. Now, how can I suddenly put a name to them? To me, it is God. Sorry, it's just given to you. It's something that people to take for granted. I feel as though they've got to have a name for everything, and I tend to go the other way and think to myself, well, no, this is something that people lean on to be able to get through the day, or to put an explanation to it. I don't need explanations. My guides are there all of the time, every minute, every second of the day.
Okay, Brian, so why can't God's name be Fred?
I could be anything, mate. I mean,
I mean, I could understand what you're saying, where you're saying, that you don't need a name, and I respect that entirely. I didn't need a name either, but I got Teddy. And he just, it wasn't my choice for him to give us it, he wanted to. But the thing is that everybody tends to gravitate towards the things that people expect.
Yes.
They expect, if you're talking about, if you're talking about guides and the angels and things like that, then it's all, as you say, Metatron and Archangel Gabriel and Raphael and any other L I can think of at the time. But the thing is, though, that, all of this is great. And don't get me wrong, I have got no reason to say, well, they wanted to say they're talking to Archangel Michael when I say I'm talking to Teddy. But the thing is, though, that why do people expect it to be somebody that was supposed to be spiritual?
Famous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good topics, and I'm loving that, everyone's participating in the chat. And I think these things...
Can you imagine the shows I could get on?
Yeah, I think these things really need to be talked about. I'm so glad you spoke up. And see, Jeff's participating. Jeff, you could come on mic if you'd like to. But yeah, it's...
Okay. Well, hold on a second before we get into it. Leo in the chat wrote, I don't really think I'm down with angels, but I have animal guides, like in the more traditional native practices. I can see the benefits of human guides, but to me it's just weird.
Okay.
Yeah, but
and that's your perspective. That's your, that's your belief. Okay.
Leo, live like you want to live. If that floats your boat, then that's great. You know what I mean? That's not a problem. But
exactly.
Is,
nobody can make you believe what you don't want to believe.
You think you've got a black crow, but why can't the black crow's name be Teddy?
Right. Exactly. And I've got, believe me, I've got my animals too. Not only do I communicate with the little friends around here, but I've got my power animals. I know, that they do communicate with me. And I know what they're telling me, but yeah, it's all what you believe. What is your reality? I know what mine is.
I think this is one of the hardest. This is one of the hardest things.
Jeff, is that you?
Yes.
There we go. Hey,
Jeff. We got Jeff.
Good, okay.
G'day, mate. How you
Hiya,
doing?
Jeff.
My belief system is that our higher self is linked to the God consciousness, universal consciousness, whatever you want to call it that's up there. Okay? Therefore, we have direct access to everything. But we being human don't believe in ourselves. We don't
We
trust
restrict ourselves.
Okay? So our higher self will present us with guides or angels or animals or whatever we will accept to take information from.
Yes. Yes.
I like that.
Exactly.
In
That
all
makes the
honesty,
most sense to me.
these guides could, as Jeff says, be an alien figure living in another world somewhere.
Exactly.
We do not know. But on the other hand, people's belief system is the most important. Once you do realise that the life that we live isn't just a human being going to work every day and coming home doing his thing, let's face it, we're all slaves. It's more a matter of trying to live outside of your ordinary, thinking. So, but Jeff and I have had this conversation before, and we didn't get anywhere then.
But I have a friend who believes that this existence that we're living now is actually a dream, and when we die, we wake up in our other existence, in our true existence. So what we're doing is just a dream. It's the the aliens dreaming, and they dreamt us. So that when we die, when this body dies, we've woken up on the other side. You ever had those dreams where when you're falling and you feel like you're falling and you wake up? Well, when you wake up, that's because you've come close to something, And so when she explained that to me, I was like, that kind of makes sense, because we can't honestly believe that this is like the one and only existence. I've learned and still learning that there's this life here that we have here right now. This is Darlene Mama D, but there's one above and one below, and probably many more that I have no idea of. But it's everybody has their own beliefs, their own systems of belief, and whether earlier in the chat, John posted when when Leo said, that he wasn't sure on the angels, and that was one of the topics of question that Eric said for a show. It changes people when they see, when you see an angel. But again, it's like it's what your mind allows you to see. So I agree with guest. I agree with Jeff that it's what our minds allow. And I'm sorry, I don't think my mind would allow me to have my guide as a huge cockroach, because my mind knows I don't like cockroaches. But somebody may have no problem with it, and it's this little dude that's going to come up and sit on the porch and go, hey, this is what you... I'm making light of it, but it's still, everybody sees something different, believes something differently. Somebody believes in Buddha, in God, in Allah. So that's where their guides will come from. The native, they have their beliefs, so their guides will come from there. Now, again, the universe, she will, I'm saying she, yes I am. The universe will give us what she wants us to see and what we're accepting to see. So that's,
Exactly. And another thing that I'd like to see, there's a lot of controversy. A lot of people are, oh, my dead husband wouldn't say that. Oh, yes, but he would. A lot of people think that when they cross over, they don't take those personalities with them. Well, hell yes, they do. And if they got something to say and they know it's going to make you laugh or, that's going to make you know, hey, that's them.
Mm-hmm.
I've had so many people coming to me and we were, oh my goodness, he would say that? Well, hell yes, he would. That's how he was here. And I had a conversation, it was last week, and just so happened Renee came on and she said the same exact thing. These, spirits come back. And That's what I love about mediumship, because I've had some pretty awesome readings, and it's funny, and we laugh, right after they're crying, they're laughing, and, it's just so healing. But, a lot of people, no, so-and-so wouldn't say that. Yeah, they would.
I
And
think there's a bit of a discussion there we could get into. Because I don't believe they are the same as they were on Earth, but they will present themselves to us because that is what we know.
right,
we
okay,
recognise, yeah.
there you go. Right, you
Okay?
would recognize.
And that's the difference. That's not saying they are the way you were on here, but they will present them that way so that you recognise them.
Everybody gets these orbs things flying through, because nowadays with our cameras and that we can pick it up. Now, how many of these orbs, I mean, I've done it, you magnify it and you find there's faces there and you think, my God, that Pauline said to me, that's her brother, I mean, it looked identical to a picture that we have of her brother who passed long ago. The thing is, how do we know that those orbs aren't spirits that are coming in, checking up, seeing us? I mean, that will be a whole new world. And if you can sort of open your mind up and think all those orbs go back to a central place, and there's millions, trillions of them all around, and they making plans and doing their thing and building this. Well, there is so much more to your mind, isn't there, Jeff? You can build things as you go.
It's the reality,
Yeah.
We make our own reality, each and every one of us, and it's all different.
Yes, everybody's ideas are different. So, but as I say, who can prove anything? Who can prove anything about it? I mean, you got all these books that tell you this is how you should approach spirit. This is how you should. How the hell do they know? It's just a load of bullshit. Sorry. They've got an idea that comes into their mind, and they think that is the truth, and they write a book about it. And I sit here and I read it.
It is their truth, Brian.
It is their truth. Yeah. But the thing being is, when they write the book, I mean, all they've got in mind really is the money they're going to get out of selling the thing. That to me is, that's why I haven't written any books. But no, it's quite a big jump for people to be able to realise that the world isn't exactly as they think. Everybody's got different ideas. Who's right, who's wrong? Nobody really knows. And I think this is where, once people can accept that and go on, well, I don't really believe in heaven or hell, I'll be quite honest. Hell, I've got no idea of at all. I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in...
Hell is the snow in my backyard. Thank you very much.
Well, a lot of people think that's heaven. Let's face it. How do we know? I mean, on a day out here, when it gets to sort of 45 and 46 degrees, and it's so hot that it's unreal, is that hell? Or is it heaven?
Well,
I love the heat.
Let's put it this way. When I went through losing my son and went through losing my wife, I lived in hell.
Lived in hell, yeah.
Long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm in heaven.
Right.
It's here. It even says in the Bible, the birds fly in the firmament of heaven. The birds fly here on earth.
Yeah, I agree with Jeff in the fact that hell, if you want to put it there, is here on earth. But I was always taught in the spiritual sense that there is no hell as we pass to the life after life.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I believe is that when people pass over who have done naughty things, shall we say, and they are not nice people, then they don't join the spirit realm straight away, because that would lower the vibration, lower the tone of the spirit realm. They go to what we could only describe as a spirit hospital. And there they're healed, and the sense of self is taught and turned around to the point where they can join the collective and be a positive energy to join the collective. and all of the negative energy, the negative stuff that they did here on the earth plane has been removed. So I don't believe there is a hell. I just believe that there is a hospital, and people can be healed, and then they can join the spirit realm, and they can actually contribute to it.
Can I just take it one step further, Eric?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
I don't believe we're judged. I think we judge ourselves. Once we get to the other side and we know everything, we can see where we went wrong. We'll know what we've done wrong. And we'll know what we've got to do to put it right.
And you live in your own hell if you've done things wrong. So, people do tend to prejudge their own situation, and they make their own hurt and hate. I've found this many, many times, and going into people's minds, you can see exactly where it's come from. And, I had a lady come up, and she's always been classified locally as a miserable bitch. But when I went into her, no, honestly, when I went into her 20 odd years before, when she was around about 19, something really nasty happened to her, and she bases everything in her mind around that. So she lives in a hell of her own all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
How to get out of it is a totally different thing. That, I'm afraid, I'll leave to those above.
Well, first off, good night, John. Thank you for coming. We'll see you for sure in a couple of weeks. Lost my train of thought. Have a moment. I think that when this life cycle is done, that I think we do have to go back and we do have to look over. Somebody says look over that book that of what we did and how we did. Like Santa checking his list, who's not and who's nice. Okay, I'm always nice. But I can see. Hush, Brian. But I think we look at the list and we see where we sort of strayed from what we chose to come to here to do. So can we fix it? It's up to us when we get on the other side. And okay. It's when we get on the other side, we'll decide, okay, I've learned what I've learned, or I need to go back and learn this. I still didn't figure out what the heck I was doing there, so let me go back. So I think a lot of people have the idea that, okay, when I pass over, I pass over and it's over, it's done with. But I think that there's everybody's beliefs are different, but in the end, who's right and who's wrong, it doesn't really matter.
I think the point is that our human mind cannot contemplate the enormity of spirit. We only use 20% of our brain power. We don't have the ability to understand it all. And these people who say to me, "Oh, this is my last time, I'm not coming back," they can't. They don't know. They don't know. Because when they get to the other side and they see and understand everything, they'll be the first to volunteer to come back to get on and learn more.
Yeah.
It just cracks me.
Well, at this moment in time, Native Earth Lady says she ain't coming back if she's got and I know why she says that, because she not too long lost her husband, and then she found me as a friend, and oh Lord love a duck, there's only knows what her life's just gone downhill from meeting me. But okay, quick, I hate to Leo's had his hand up for a while. Leo, I know you said you were back. When you come back, you put your camera on. As I asked for suggestions for shows, Leo, I haven't forgotten about you. I will bring that back around. Okay. Whoop. Well, Scott types a story in there. Okay, so like I said, if anybody has suggestions for shows, don't worry. If I haven't gotten to you during this moment, I will bring it back around to the end. Okay, Scott. But then doesn't that also get into the realms of what we do affecting other people. Maybe we did a bad thing to drop a big stone in the pool for everyone affected by our actions. Maybe that was why we were here. Maybe Hitler, Pol Pot, etc. were here, were very ascended, strong spirits who had a big task to raise society's empathy and love levels. Ooh, that's a scary thought to think of that, but yeah, okay, I can see where you're going with that. If it wasn't for Hitler, we wouldn't have...
You can take that into all levels, Bama. You see, if you believe that people come back to learn lessons, then maybe they'll come back as murderers or child molesters for a reason. You know, we sit here and we hate them and we want to kill them. But, you know, if you believe in true spirituality, you have to understand that they're there for a purpose.
Yeah. It's not an easy thought. No. When I think of all the then some people who are no longer of this earth, and those who I believe that shouldn't be of this earth any longer. But yeah, it okay. I get it. Never looked at it that way, but yeah, I get it. Not happy about looking at it that way, but you know, it's hard to accept. I agree, Gemini. It's hard to accept, but I'm willing to have an open mind enough to think, yeah, there's that possibility. I don't have to like it, but there's that possibility.
Yeah, but people go through life thinking that spiritualism is just all sweetness and light.
Oh gosh, no.
They go through thinking that spiritualism's all, you know, getting messages from the other side and you know, party balloons. But the thing is, though, that if you accept the spiritual pathway, exactly what Jeff said, then there's the darker side as well, because, you know, we all need a yin to a yang. But the thing is, though, that it's one of them things that if you take it to its logical conclusion, the thing is that, yes, there is people who come back to raise our spiritual vibration. Mm-hmm. And to do that, they may have to do what we would class as horrendous things.
Yeah.
But they're there for a reason. You know? And then after that, for example, 9/11. After 9/11, as horrendous as it was, it lifted the love vibration within the United States. It lifted the people's, you know, self of, you know, of belonging, and everybody rallied around. Now, I'm not saying it was right by any means. It was a horrific thing. Mm-hmm. But the fallout of it was that there was a lot of bonding and a lot of love and a lot of common things that, you know, yeah. as those Brits would say, you know, the stiff upper lip and the you know, the carry on spirit, and all of that was there. And to get that, there had to be this catastrophe first of all.
Okay, I understand. Like I said, it's not an easy thing to understand. Like Gemini Moon said, it's hard to accept. I get that. I agree. The thought of, we're going to use Hitler because his name is out there, because there's other names popping in my head, but the thought that Hitler came back to teach us all a lesson, to teach us that what it means to love and not to judge people on their religion. I get it, but you know, it's not easy. You know, and there are people out there who will judge you just because. You know, how many still call, you know, how many people still think the German people are what Hitler made them out to be? And I'm sorry, I'm going to tread on this one. And how many people think that all terrorists are Muslims? They're not. Just at right now, you know, all Muslims are terrorists. There's the word I got for that, backwards. They're not. There are some very good Muslims out there, and I have quite a few friends. It's like I got a lot of black friends too, but I know quite a few, and they are so totally against what that group of terrorists are doing. They just happen to be Muslims, so maybe their God forbid. Oh, I'm saying that word in him. Are they here to teach us a lesson? I don't know what it is. Again, maybe it's, trying to accept people for who they are, not what they are. No labels can cover it, but yeah, okay, I get it.
There's been so many atrocities. There's been so many atrocities around the world in the past that really are hidden up. How can you, okay, Hitler was blamed for all those deaths. I think it was more a matter of what the German people were actually to do, and then people picked on every individual little thing, and it just became stupid in the end. I mean, nobody goes back to the early times of America with all the indigenous people there that were killed. And there's
I think we're just focusing on Hitler because that was the name thing. Yeah, but there's a lot of atrocities everywhere. And again,
exactly.
if we have to think about it, like Jeff said, they're here. They came back here for a reason. They were put here for a reason. As much as not everybody is going to like the reason, there's a reason for it. So yeah, I get it.
I had this discussion on Facebook. People keep saying to me, "Oh, you hate Muslims," and I said, "I don't hate them at all. I hate the terrorists." But that doesn't mean I like Muslims. Their belief system is that everybody is wrong but them, and they will move to take over the world peacefully, but they will take over the world if we allow them to. That's not hate. That's not hate. It's just a fact of life.
Well, I think every religion expects or wants the world to be their religion. It just right now the what's highlighted is the Muslims. And again, I have I'm going to share it. I think this is the time to share it. A friend of mine, she shared a video with me. I'm going to say that he's a scholar. There's this gentleman, he's Muslim, and he can recite the Quran and pick things from the Quran, but he can also pick things out of the Bible. And the topic of his video, it's a YouTube thing, are all Muslims terrorists or something along those lines. And he points out all the different terrorists, from the different lifestyles, different, from the Italians to the English to the Irish to the American to the whatever, but he's Muslim, but he can, I don't, did he talk about during his video, that, he would like people to become, this one woman had a question. He said, if I can prove to you that, whatever it is, the question was right or wrong, would you would you become Muslim? Would you? And he was joking, but half joking, half being serious. But again, there are other religions out there, Christianity, Catholicism, that want the world to be all one thing, and it's not an option, But you have to, that's my way of thinking about that. I don't think that it's all, at this moment in time, the Muslim faith is being brought to the spotlight because of the terrorist events that have happened lately that involve people who said they were Muslims. Because not all Muslims are potheads.
That's exactly it, Raven. It is exactly what you make it. I mean, I know dozens of Muslim people, and all of them denounce the terrorism side. All they want is a peaceful life. That's all. Nothing else. They don't ask. They don't want to convert anybody. They just want to be normal people. And I think this is where everybody goes wrong. You're classifying a whole, really half the world as being nasty people, and it is so totally wrong. I found personally, and I'll be absolutely honest about it, the nicest person I ever came across in my life was a Jamaican guy that just came into England, and his name was Joe, and he was the most phenomenal guy you could ever meet. He never broached on any subject at all which was controversial. He was happy all of the time. He really made everybody else's life beautiful, and I shall never ever forget him for it. Now, that leaves an impression. Now, of course, then you get the other, like the other Jamaicans that probably just like half of the Poms and half of the Australians. You know, they can be really bloody nasty at times. You cannot judge people, and I think this is where spirituality comes in, because spirituality isn't a religion, it's just a way of life. And they're spiritual people, and I love them. I think they're beautiful. So that's my 2 cents worth.
Good.
The world is quiet.
That's because I shut up. Okay, I was just checking.
Eric. Oh.
I mean, the Poms were the worst people for disrespecting other races. I mean, no one ever talks about it, but the amount of slaves that they took from all over the world, not just Africa, they took Irish people, that they cleared out an entire town of people, of, you know, hundreds and hundreds, and took them over to America and sold them as slaves. Nobody ever goes back that far, though. Oh no, we don't talk about that. It never came up on history at school. It was never mentioned. You know, now the Americans do exactly the same thing, and the Germans done exactly the same thing, and so did the Spanish years and years before that. You know, you can go back as far as you like and hate people for doing things. Don't. I mean, I know some beautiful German people. In fact, even when...
Yes, you do, baby. Yes, you do.
Oh, to be honest, when I was in England now, I was learning to do the hydraulics on big plastic injection machines, and a guy from Germany came over, and his name was Hans Rader, and he was about the same age as me, and he was a beautiful person, and he taught me so much about hydraulics that it was unreal. And you know, everyone at the time in England, naturally, just after the war, he was, you know, everyone was rubbishing the Germans and, oh, they shouldn't do this. And I thought to myself, well, hang on, this is just stupid, because here's one guy that goes against everything that anyone's ever said. And that taught me then that, you know, there are some beautiful people. Anyway, going right back down the line, my surname is Clover, which originally was Kluver, which came from Germany. Now, hang on.
You see.
You know,
Yeah,
you
but
can't,
the thing
you
is,
can't
though,
do it.
Clover. Wasn't it, Brian? Did you say Clover?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've just Googled that in German and it means idiot. So obviously it was right.
Actually, Brian,
I think you can get 2 this time, Jeff.
Behave.
I remember back when England went to war with Argentina over that island out there, you know.
Yeah.
The American attitude to the English government was that it belonged to Argentina first. Why are you fighting over it? And the English answer was, well, we owed America first. Can we have it back? Shut them up.
Yeah.
It's really a weird world, you know. We only consider things to what we know now, and consequently, this, you know, isn't right. Things have happened in the past. Everywhere is for everybody. That's the way I look at it. You know, I don't care. I mean, we've got in Australia here, we've got every nationality that you could ever imagine, and I tell you what. There's some beautiful people out there. There's also some real arseholes, to be honest, but we have to live with them. So.
Yeah, the only difference, though, Brian, is that when they come to Australia, they've got room to live, and when they come to England, it's sinking.
Yeah.
Because we're so full. But the thing
You're
is,
living
it's
up,
the same thing. Yeah.
You're living up everybody else's chuff over there, whereas over here, I mean, we see daylight from left to right, whereas you guys over there only see it as a sort of tube above your head.
Exactly.
All right. Jeff, did you have something else to say?
No, I'm quiet
No.
Well, we've had a few people pop into the chat
Can you
while
take
we're
the
having
dates down? Jeff's quiet.
No, we're not.
Oh, go on, take a snapshot of it, because Jeff said he was quiet. I mean...
You.
No?
I like Jeff. He's behaving
Great.
himself. He's
think
behaving
we
himself. I can't see he's making faces at me behind the camera because he don't have his camera on, but he's behaving himself-ish. Sorry.
That's it, Maribel. That's exactly it. It's greed everywhere. You would not believe. It just
Right,
sooner put
water
that
and
out.
air.
Yep, that's it exactly.
Right, well, I'd just like to say, while everybody's quiet and being good, that I'm going to slide off to bed because there's little penguins there. And
Good
we
night,
shall,
Eric. And I'm so happy you joined us and caused all the commotion.
yeah, well, that's the
Good
whole point,
commotion,
isn't it?
good commotion.
He pops an onion into place and just goes.
Yeah, you
Blessings,
just
Eric. I hope you feel
throw
better,
a
mate.
question in and
Now
that's
we'll
it.
be able to relax and enjoy ourselves.
Exactly, Jeff, because the main trouble stirrers are going to bed.
I love it. I just love it.
Yeah.
You're a
And I'd
special
just like
bloke,
to
mate.
say, I'd just like to say, Darlene, that if every night you dream that you're a butterfly, are you a person dreaming you're a butterfly, or are you actually a butterfly dreaming you're a person?
I'm
Have
a
a think of the
butterfly
night,
dreaming
Bless.
I'm a person.
Wow.
Good night.
Good night, mate.
Okay, before, I'm going to cut a little short on this one. Before we get back into this discussion and the time runs out, Leo, you had a thought for a show to come up. No, don't go be this chicken that handed me.
I was waving hello.
Okay.
Okay. I was thinking, I was staring around the room trying to think of stuff. And I was thinking, since I had a whole bunch of them that I have now, and I actually can more or less play them all, we could do something musical related. If anybody else has any musical, I have.
Okay, that's an idea. And musically, and the thing is, a lot of people can have it. Yours look like native flutes.
This one with the leather, is native.
Okay.
This one's just a regular side-blown bamboo flute. I have no idea. This one I found at Value Village many years ago. It was like, my sister didn't want me to buy it. She's like, that's gross. I'm like, I'm buying it.
Just because sisters say it's gross. Boys,
Sorry.
Swear.
This one is a Japanese shaku. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Japanese shakuhachi.
Ooh.
And this one's an ocarina.
I've heard that one played before.
I can play the organ.
I'm not even going to ask.
I had to yell at my cat. She's scratching
okay.
the carpet.
You should get her a scratch pad.
Good night, Jeff. Good night.
Night, Jeff. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, Scott. You could put the bagpipe. You can play the bagpipes. Go ahead.
Good.
If Helen doesn't want to kill you first. Oh,
like,
night, Gemini.
I know, to me, especially like when I'm just playing these without like any music or anything, because most of these I don't actually know the notes for because they didn't come with any. To me, it's like just very meditative and relaxing, and sometimes I wish I knew the notes for them so I could write them down and play them again later, but.
Oh, but some people don't. Their music is... Okay, we're not going to get into too deep a discussion with this because I think it'll be an interesting topic of discussion. I'll have to think of where I want it to go, but it's a good one for me. Thank you. So if anybody else has any other topics, we've got the musical venue, and I think I know where that's going to go. Are angels real? And why do so many have the same?
What's that about?
Because I believe angels are real.
Well, hell yes, they are.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to need an angel expert on that one. I have quite a few under my vision. Meditation, telepathy, aliens. Now, aliens also, I would like to possibly think about alien abduction, if they think that's real. I know that there's somebody who says he was abducted and the stuff he went through. And so I think that would be an interesting conversation to have as well. Aliens, are they real? And have they alien abductions and along those lines? So thank you, Jeff, even though you're not.
That is the reason why you get so many animals being slaughtered and that, and you find lumps missing out of them, is they've got to feed the people that they've taken.
Well, it's, I think a lot of those animal mutilations are a lot of...
Does one really know?
Yeah, I think a lot of them are like, maybe, some of them might be.
Yeah, I can't say for sure. Jeff.
I'll have to take a look at that article, Jeff. Thank you. I think some of them might be, because it makes kind of sort of sense. Thank you. But I think also some of it might be, stuff that's being hidden. Like a human killing an animal and trying to make it look like an alien thing for God only knows what.
Good night, Christy.
Night, Miss Who. We'll see you soon.
Good night, Christy.
Yeah, no. If you did, I know that's my point of view as well. If we think that we are the only sentient beings in this universe, we got another thing coming. There's just like. So that's another interesting topic of conversation. So I've got a few to start off. If anybody thinks of some, just give me a shout on Facebook or here at Intuitalks. I get messages as well. Not telling you, no telling what kind of order it is. All depends on who I can search and find and think. Ooh, shamanism. Yes. And there are many versions of shamanism too. So yeah, I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my favourite subjects, Diane, have been brought up on this show, and I think it's a really, really good thing. That's the reason for the
Yeah, well, this is what I like about, we have shows that have guests on, and they're awesome shows. Whether you agree with the guest or you don't agree with the guest, it's something somebody somewhere might agree, might get a message. So hold on a second. And it's good to have somebody's viewpoint. But it's also good when we have these chat sessions, these what did they used to call?
Informal session.
Open discussion.
Open discussion.
That's the one, Jen.
That's it.
Because we learn so much, and we get ideas, and it makes us to go search and search and just try, search and find somebody or something that will include somebody's head, make
there
them.
There you go, brainstorming. That's right.
Thank you. Jeez, Brian, who's always in my head, Scott's in my head. He found the word that I was just giving as it's the kilt, isn't it, Scott? Just what can I say? All right.
Good night, Kathy.
Night now. Love you, sweetie pie.
Night, Naked Earth lady.
Yeah, well, she's naked.
Yeah, I like this too. Open discussions. Talking about things. It's
Yeah, because then somebody will drop an onion in.
You can only get so many readings.
Yeah, exactly. But I also do want to do the open circle, so that
of course.
It'll be an interesting one because we have so many friends that are mediums and either tarot readers, tarot cards, or oracle cards.
Practice is good. Yes.
Yes.
I have been getting plenty of opportunity for practice and stuff. Yes, practice is good. We just don't want those, those frequent flyers that, show jump and You know,
10
you
minutes
didn't
in.
tell me what I want to hear, so I'll see you, and I'm going to the next show
Night
and
rave.
see if they'll tell me what I want to hear. The people that are calling with the same stuff for 5 years, that's stuff that I cringe at.
Yeah, but you know what? They might, you never know. One of those people might come to this show and get the reading
Who's
that they
being
were looking
nice?
for. Night, Raven.
Good night, Raven.
I think she's already gone.
Well, but
See you,
yeah,
darling.
I see there's.
Well, sorry.
But more
Well, it
informed, let's
happened.
see. Fellini says, well, this happens, but more informed they are more, they will understand it's not about what they want, but about what they need. Yes. Yes. Very true, very true.
Yeah, it's what I say when I have clients come here. You don't always get what you want. You get what you need. And it's like, if people who bring loved ones through mediums and psychics, I'll sit down and say, I want to speak to my mama. But, my grandmother comes through. How do I want to hear from her? You're missing a message, So you have to sometimes listen to, Onyx, what are you doing? Onyx is...
He wants to go out and play in the snow again.
They don't even go there. Because I have to go out with him. And I'm not ready there yet. But, no. So, okay. Lost my train of thought.
I think the week's going on to, good night, Jeff. Thank you so
good night, Jeff.
much.
Thank you for coming and
thank you for your
putting in your
participation and everything.
Yes.
See you, Jeff.
But I do think that within, going into April, I think now we're going into April and then May, and I think a lot of us are going to be able to keep the better balance, stay grounded much better and easier, and I think it's going to be very interesting.
Yes, agreed.
Stay the least. It's just hang on for the rough ride for a little bit longer. I'm hanging.
I hate roller coasters.
Yeah, it is crazy. Oh my God, is it crazy? And the emotions. And that's why I said, do not feel guilty at all, when you got to let loose and, be a little nice, nasty once in a while. Cause you know what it is? It's so refreshing. And you know what? What did they say? Do no harm, but take no shit.
Ooh. That was do no harm and take no prisoners.
That's a spiritual saying. I didn't make that up.
Okay. That was do no harm and take no prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
So I hold everybody here. All right. Well, I think we're going to close this off. I thank everybody who was here and is still here, and for coming, and for sounds getting weird. That's just you. It's bedtime. I thank everybody for coming, for hanging out, for the ideas that we've gotten. Look forward to interesting shows. Don't forget next week, Psychic Lure, Mark Anthony. Very interesting young man. Going to make the advert for it. I want everybody to share. I would like to have an awesome turnout, just like tonight. And I will see you all next week.
Thanks everybody for being here and really for participating too.
Yes, sorry I was late, by the way.
Worthwhile.
It's okay. You'll pay for it next week. Sorry.
I'm looking forward to it.
Night, everybody. Night, Leo. Thank you.
Bye, Leo.